Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. It's Southern California, and we had rain. Even right now, I don't know if you can see it, but the light shower is just caressing my body, and you guys have to see the prophecy from Emmanuel TV of how the rain is going to wash away the coronavirus, and there's no need to fear. Okay, if you're all stocked up on toilet paper and sanitizer and Clorox, well, you'll be able to use that stuff eventually. But God, can you see it? God is washing away the rain, and I mean away the coronavirus with his holy rain. And the reason why I wanted to step into the garden and say this to you is because, guys, this is Southern California, okay? Southern California. This is not rain country. Okay? We receive the ships and materials from China. So we are at a high risk for any disease that's on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. We are the ones that bring all of the Chinese goods to everybody in the United States. Yeah. And we have a significant amount of cases because of that. But God is faithful. Jesus is faithful. And no temptation has reached any of us except for what is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not allow us to be tempted beyond what we can bear, but He will make a way out so we can stand up under it. This is our way out of the coronavirus. God spoke it through the man of God way over there in Laos, Nigeria. And I want to make sure that my subscribers that are aware that this rain that is happening in unusual places is from God to wash away the fear of the coronavirus. Okay, so I got my beans sprouted here, and the soil should be wet enough for me to just pull it up with my hands. You see the roots? I just wanted to show you that. And there's my huge bean seed. These are my runner beans. Yeah, seeds, huge. And she's ready to grow. So I'm gonna plant it out. I just thought you might want to see me pull it up like this when it's first sprouted. These are very strong plants. They grow like 20 foot tall. And my hummingbirds love them. Trees there, I love to cover them with scarlet runner beans. And sometimes I don't really grow them for the beans. I do get beans every year and use them to plant more runner beans. See this patch of boysenberry? It'll be there. And the runner beans, the beans really don't like to climb on brambles that have thorns, but it will also provide a little bit of shading for the roots of my runner beans. So in case it gets extremely hot this year, the roots will be in this shady area here. These are my own Los Angeles runner beans. I've been growing these for about 10 years. And they do grow in my summertime, but this is the condition that I grow them in. So it's not like they're out in the bright, hot sun. And I'm just digging for a shady spot for them. There's all kinds of stuff in this soil. And they're tucked in there. This is rocky soil. I'm trying to give them more cover than I gave them. I think I want to plant it deeper than that, so I'll do that off camera. Took a minute to make a little hole for it. Stick it in the hole, and then I'm just gonna shove the soil on top of it. And if it gets buried at this point, it's no big deal. Okay, it didn't get buried, but at least it's deeper than it was. It'll dig for it. Here are the rest of my runner bean sprouts. And I'm just gonna plant these out. These seem to do better for me sprouted. Seeds fall on the ground all the time, and the animals don't like to eat runner bean seeds around here. And like it rained, and the seeds that I had in the ground didn't sprout because my soil is rocky. But I'm good, I got runner beans. When I was doing my weeding, a monarch butterfly is growing on this particular weed. I was pulling it up. He got disenfranchised. He found another one. And so I planted. So I put the ones that I had picked up back. And I'll just grow some tall flowers to cover up these weeds. Isn't he cute? I think that's a monarch caterpillar. I've never seen an orange and black caterpillar before. Here is a place to get you some cheap vegetables to grow in your garden. And that's in the produce section of your grocery store. With onions, there's long day onions and there's short day onions. And there's an easy way to know if your onion is long day or short day. This garlic was grown in Florida. So as you can see, it's not the biggest garlic in the world. It's pretty cheap, but if it can grow in Florida, it can grow in LA. These onions that are pretty sizable are called perfect sweet onions, and they tell you that they are a product of Mexico, Chile, Peru, and the USA. So this is a world produce variety. This is a short day onion, so I can grow it. These are already fully matured. The next thing they will do is go to seed, and I will eat the greens from this onion when it sprouts, and then after it sprouts, I will get the seed from the onion and grow it out for myself next year. And then this onion here says very clearly on it, product of Mexico. It is a small onion, didn't get very big for them, so they just sold it as a barbecue onion. I am going to let it flower and eat more of the greens as they grow this year. And then after it flowers, I will collect the seed and have my own onion seed. I only need a couple of them. I'm gonna eat a couple, and I'm gonna grow a couple. And the way you grow onions is so easy. It's hilarious. All you do is put your onion in your garden like that, and it will flower and grow. So it's really easy. Okay? And these won't flower this year. These will flower next year. These are my onion starts that I have over here. So I have some pretty onion flowers, and then I'll have my starts. You know, actually I think I'll plant these big onions at the other window so that I could see them when I look out. I'm going to plant these smaller onions over here because I want flowers, and that should give enough sulfur to make my bed look really nice. So, you know, this one's a little bit more work because it's not as heavy as the other one, but it'll catch root. Yeah, I'll give it another try another time, but it'll catch root and it'll flower. You know, if I cut the top all the way off, maybe it would flower. Maybe it'll grow another one. Oh, that one stood up good. Okay, and then we'll take this one here, and there you go. So I got flowers and I got onion starts. Nice. Ooh, this could also be saying, you know, onion flowers are a bulb flower, so they're gorgeous. Cheap way to get on onion bulb flowers too. So These onion flowers flower pretty tall. You can see one coming up there. I had one that was even taller than that. So they're really good for the back of the border. And I got my yellow flower here. So that's going to be cute and give me flowers as well. Most onion flowers are white flowers. And I think these will probably be white as well. But these onions are bigger than the onions. I got these onions that are flowering now from the state fair. And they just weren't as big as these. So I'm looking forward to getting some real pretty onions off of these. I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I think I'll put it one here, and then because I want it to kind of protect my my rose bush here, put some sulfur into the soil. I got all kinds of healthy herbs in here. Fennel is in there too. So that, and of course my boysenberries are impervious to crime. And now I'm going to walk you. That's how you plant them. It's real easy. I'm going to walk you over here and share my little garden secret. That is a ripe boysenberry. And nobody got to it before me. Ooh. That's good. So my flowers are coming underneath, of course. They're going to start underneath. Okay, but the whole bush should be flowering soon again. This bush flowers like 2 or 3 times a year, and the blooms last a long time. So you just take your onion here and break it apart into pieces. People say don't plant the small ones. I plant them all. This is an onion that will have a soft neck if it were to bulb up. And then I could braid them if I were to get all this onion. My little garlic patch, and it could do with some more garlic in it for sure. So I'm just gonna just push them in the ground like that. Make sure you have the side that roots going into the ground. As I've never seen my garlic get a bulb on them, I'd have to put them in the refrigerator for them to do that. I'm not going to worry about planting them far apart. I'm just going to plant them. That's all. Just add to the menagerie. That's all I'm doing over here around the boysenberry. Oh, that's an eggshell that I thought was a garlic plant. That's funny. And there you go, sissy. I think everybody's out. If you don't get them quite right, they'll fix themselves. They will fix themselves. I'm not picky. Okay. If you're in a cold area and you're planting them in spring where they will bulb up, this wouldn't be the technique to use. This is just to get garlic greens like what I'm getting there. And every once in a while I get enough chill hours and my garlic bulbs up. Like these look a little thicker than normal. Who knows? Maybe this is the year. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. And you know, you can always, I guess maybe I'll space them out a little bit in case they bulb up. Yeah, just in case. You know, why not? Never hurts to be positive. But you see, I don't see a bulb on any of my garlic. And it comes back every year, and I eat this. But it's a perennial, so you know, who's gonna cry over a perennial? Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.